Hello, one and all. Back with another Pokemon opening I have today. I don't know why I'm jumping to a British accent immediately. Just felt right. Anyway, I have the Trainer's Toolkit number 3, the purple edition. We had the red, we had the blue, now we got the purple. We mixed the two colors together, you get this one. It seems like every year they're trying to come out with a new Trainer's Toolkit to get people interested in playing the game and get them everything they need to start building decks. These typically boast a large number of cards. They boast 2 really good useful trainer cards that are alternate art versions of a card that is highly playable, or staple cards and that could be used in pretty much any deck. And this one is no exception. You get dice, coins, all that kind of good stuff. And you get 4 booster packs, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure what exactly it is. I've seen nobody open this yet, so this is just my blind look into this box. What does it say on the top anyway? You get more than 50 useful cards to power up your decks, including a dozen trainer cards, special energy cards. And then the card for this time is Luminion V. Last time I know was Crobat, the time before that was Dedenne. Luminion's really good. You just slap it on your bench and you could find any supporter from your deck. As long as you don't have Path to the Peak up, this card's ability can be put into play. And you have Aqua Return, similar to, say, Shaman EX back in the day. You power up its attack, hit for 120, it comes right back into your hand, removing all damage counters and getting it out of harm's way, which is really cool. But without further ado, what do we get in here? Also, I totally forgot, and I'm very excited to see it because I don't know what they look like yet. They always come out with a cool set of deck sleeves that you could use online, so pretty pumped to see what that looks like. These always feel fake to me, because first off, they come in this little like cardboard box, and second, it just has like this weird like gunmetal thing. Like, it just feels like a third-party company comes in to make this every time. But I do like the presentation. I like that it feels different than their normal products. Like, this really does feel like something that's like, all right, we're not just going for the flash of showcasing a Pokemon. It's like, this is for deck building. Here's your down and dirty real steel feel to get this. So this is the code that gets you pretty much everything that's in this box. Typical, classic, we usually get that. This is probably, okay, so this is where you get your 2 promos, and you probably get your other useful cards. I'm assuming that this is just a brick of energy. I'm not even going to bother opening this, but if you do want to start deck building, you've got every energy type in here that you could possibly want. And it's a new Brilliant Stars energy, so if you like the look at that, there you go. V-Star marker, so if you are playing V-Stars in your deck, you can use your V-Star ability and flip it over to indicate to your opponent that you have used it, and to remind yourself that you have as well. Ooh, okay, we're getting to the more exciting stuff. Let's get the more complex stuff out of the way. These are the same ones that came in the Juniper box that came out recently, but they are made of plastic, but they do look a little bit different than the acrylic ones you normally get inside Elite Trainer boxes. Kind of cool if you like this style, and Poison and Burn does anything, which it really doesn't because the mechanic hasn't been updated in years. You know, you got that. It's kind of just meant as like a little annoyance at this point. Ooh, the purple dice are very nice. I like the sparkles in it. The Pokeball logo on the one is cool. Yeah, really digging that. That's a good die. And then the sleeves are, oh, very cool. Okay, we also get the purple Pokeball, and you get the kind of rustic look around the outside. Yeah, I think this is kind of similar to the last set. I feel like the first one was like a rainbowy pattern. The other one was like a blue gunmetal. This is a little bit different, but with the purple. I'm into it. I like purple as a color. So using that to pair with my other decks is not a bad thing. And then otherwise, we get the Trainer's Toolkit Deck Builder's Guide, which is interesting. I don't really know what's in here. I will maybe read up on it later. But I'm assuming it tells you what staple cards are, how many cards you use in a deck, blah, 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 all that stuff, to actually start building a deck. But you can get this and read it up for yourself if that's what you're interested in. And then you get a cool box if you want to store cards. Like, honestly, there's a lot of room in here. I know it's just made out of cardboard, but you can really store, actually, you could probably store like 2 decks in here if you wanted to. You could use that as a divider. Ideas if you don't want to get rid of your box. And then you get 4 booster packs. You get Evolving Skies, Brilliant Stars, and 2 Astral Radiance. So you're up to date in getting the latest and greatest sets. Evolving Skies has a lot of really good playable cards, as does Brilliant Stars, and for sure Astral Radiance. So that's pretty cool. But before we break into that, I would really like to take a look at what cards come in this, like, I guess, set of useful cards. I'm curious now what they consider useful, or I'm wondering if it's some of the same cards that were in previous iterations, or if they're all brand new. But first and foremost, I guess let's look at our 2 copies of Luminion V. This is the alternate artwork for it, and then Luminous Sign, as I explained, in Aqua Return. I already kind of went over the card before showing it, but yeah, that's what she looks like. You get 2 copies. That's awesome, so you don't have to break your bank or PTCGO money online if you want to get a Luminion. You don't have to keep pulling Brilliant Stars cards until you get some of these guys. And if you like this artwork better than the normal one, there you go. Happy day. Okay, so it looks like it is going to be a lot of the same trainers as last time. We got your air balloons, we got your rare candies, great for evolving. Rescue Catcher is good for getting basic Pokemon back in your hand. Power Tablet is really good for Fusion Strike decks. Fusion Strike Energy is also good to use your Fusion Strike decks. Cross Switchers used sometimes. Cross Receivers not really used sometimes. Adventurer's Discovery, get Pokemon V. Collapse Stadium. Oh, this lowers the amount of bench they can have. Could be useful. Could be useful to shake things up or just win a stadium more. You got your Choice Belts. Classic, you need them for pretty much every deck. To hit some extra damage, hit the right numbers to knock out Pokemon V off them with a lot of cards. Double Turbo Energy, which can be used on any Pokemon to get 2 energy. It's kind of like double colorless, but you have the downside of doing 20 less damage, which can be nullified with Choice Belt if that is something you so choose to do. Ultra Ball, discard 2, search out anything you want. Tool Jammer, stops whatever tools on your opponent's active. Kind of nice if you don't want them to be able to switch out if they're relying on Air Balloon, or if they have something that increases their HP to knock them out quicker. Switch, always a good staple. Still don't know if it's returning after we have standard rotation, so that's a little scary. Raihan, if you get your Pokemon got knocked out last turn, attach an energy from your discard, and you can search your deck for any one card you want. A really good comeback card to have in your deck, especially for decks that maybe you get knocked out really quick. You play a lot more little basics and not Vs and whatnot. Quick Ball, discard a card, search for basic. Professor's Research, drop hand draw 7, fantastic. Path to the Peak, shuts down these guys. So good to play some of those if you want to get rid of abilities. Marnie's a great stall if you want to swap out your opponent's hand if you think they've got the win in their hand. Both of you put your cards back in your deck. You draw 5, opponent draws 4. Magma Basin, quick setup for fire types, but you deal a little damage to yourself. Level Ball, search your Pokemon 90 or less, very nice. Gloria, I don't really think is useful. Search like 3 Pokemon that don't have a rule ball. I mean, it could be if you're really relying on that, but I feel like there's better cards to do it. Bog Crystal, look for a Psychic Energy or Psychic Pokemon, pretty nice. Evolution Incense, find an Evolution Pokemon, pretty nice. Escape Rope, if your opponent only has like one other card, or you want to get whatever's in the active out, and you want to hope they give you something easier to munch on, and you also want to switch yourself, Escape Rope's a great way to do it. Capture Energy, attach to Pokemon, search your Pokemon, put it on your bench, very nice. Boss's Orders, give me that card, let me knock it out, very cool. And yeah, that's it. I'd say this is a very good assortment of 50. Everything in here, except for like 1 or 2, I could see being used in every deck. Sadly, you only get 2 copies, but it is a good start to start playing things in your deck, and I'm sure there's other ways to get more copies, and at least you're kind of built up. You can get reading on these and understand what kind of cards are useful to put in a deck if it's your first time building, which is pretty cool. I also think they're doing something where they're making decks that they can give out at venues now, from what I heard. So like if you're at like your local shop, they can give you like a pre-built 30-card deck with some Pokemon Vs that don't have any like holofoil on them, which is kind of neat. And with that, you can just build a little 30-card deck and help people learn. And I think it's just for like people working at the venue to like help teach, or it's like, I don't know, I don't remember how it works, but you can read more of it online. I thought that was kind of cool. So I think that's a nice addition along with having these 4 new trainers. And hey, if you're still into packs, or like you're like, I feel like a lot of people get in from just opening things. At least you get stuff in here, you know? Like you get a bunch of useful stuff, but also you get 4 random packs if you want to get some extra stuff, or you really just enjoy cracking and hopefully trying to pull that chase whatever you need. So, I don't know. I think it's a pretty cool way to do it with these. I'm glad they don't just give you the stuff. Yeah, makes it have a little more long-term value. Each run. Oh, there we go. And look, you can get Boss's Orders. I totally forgot that he was in the base set for whatchamacallit. Also, I don't know why Thievul went there. That doesn't really make any sense. Yeah, I forgot Boss is a part of this. And then we got our Astral Radiance packs. I won't really even do like a price review on this, because for 25 bucks to get like this many good trainers and some good useful cards, I think it's pretty much just a gimme. You know, like you're not buying this for anything else, and I think this is probably the cheapest way to do it. It doesn't really matter what the value of the stuff is in it, but it's definitely the quicker, easier way to find these supporters than buying a ton of packs outright. So highly suggest these if you're looking for that. They're always on shelves. They're easy to come by. I've even seen them marked down actually for 20 bucks, because a lot of places just can't get rid of them fast enough. So if you want some of this stuff, hey, easy way to find it. Go to your local shop. I'm sure they have some left over. It came out alongside the Pokemon Go set too, and everybody was buying Pokemon Go. So I can't imagine that they don't have a bunch of these still sitting on the shelves and everybody wanted to get that. But yeah, I guess without further ado, that's what you see in one of these boxes. Let me know what you think. Do you like this better, worse than some of the other ones? Which one of these 3 is your favorite for the time? Did you play the older formats they were in? Let me know. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.